Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 everybody. Hey. Hey, Tiffany. I almost didn't come on tonight because I don't feel well, but I decided to honor my word and come back on. Hey, Carla. I can't wait to do a chat with you. Hey, Shakendra. I finally made it. I'm sorry I'm late. I wasn't feeling well tonight, but I decided I wanted to come on anyway. Hey, Antonio. Who am I? Hi, everybody. My name is Rachel Spade. I am Rachel the Credit Lady. I'm a licensed realtor, and I'm also a licensed certified credit counselor. I am FCRA certified, which means the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and FDCPA certified. Hey, Monet. I can't wait, Carla. You just don't know how bad I'm ready to do that chat with you. Oh, I don't want the flu, but I'm coming down with something. But I'm going to take my vitamins tonight and get some rest because I don't rest. I work. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. I'm going to recap from last week. Well, I'm not going to recap because I want to know if you all pulled your credit reports or downloaded them from Credit Karma so that we can go over them, or if you have any questions. But I'm also going to talk about co-signing, piggybacking, inquiries, how to block inquiries. Hey, so I'm going to talk about a few things, but I'm not going to keep you guys long. Please share the broadcast. I'll be right back in like 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to lock myself in because I'm in the office by myself, and I hate that when I'm here alone. Hi, okay, again, my name is Rachel Spade. I am Rachel the Credit Lady, also Rachel the Realtor. I've been a licensed realtor for 4 years. I've owned my own credit repair company since 2008. I'm a certified credit counselor. I am FCRA certified and FDCPA certified. So when I say I know my business, I know my business. It's not just a simple dispute and suppressing information on people's credit report and it comes back 3 months later. That's not what it's about. I'm going to talk real quick about co-signing. Please think twice about co-signing. I know you love your kids, but if you love them enough, you would give them money and you would show them the right way to purchase. Do not, I got some on my lip. Do not co-sign for anyone, because at the end of the day, if they decide they don't want to make their payments anymore, guess who that's going to affect? That's going to affect you. You in love, you want to do this for this person, you want to help this person, give them the money. Do not co-sign, because at the end of the day, it's going to affect your debt to income ratios, and it's also going to be on your credit report, and you're going to have to prove that you can buy 2 cars and buy your home loan. So co-signing is never a good thing. So do not co-sign for anybody. And piggybacking. Piggybacking is where someone allows you to piggyback on their credit card limits. So when you do this, make sure you know the person that has this card. I see so many times the idea comes across your head, but you don't ask the person, how old is your credit card, or what's the balance, or have you ever been late? Those are the questions that you need to ask someone when you ask them to put you on their account. So I got some on my lip, or is that the light? Oh, I'm sorry. Seems like I see something on my mouth. When you piggyback on someone's credit card, you need to make sure you know that the balances are low and they've had the accounts open for years, not a new credit card. I'm going to get a credit card and add my sister. Okay, good. That card has no history. Your credit score is built by history. History, meaning a long time. So don't think that you're going to have a 200 credit score and an 800 credit score overnight. I wish I could sell you a dream, but I won't and I don't. So be careful who accounts you go on. Because it works if you work it. But if you go on somebody's account that doesn't pay their bill every month, that's going to affect you, even though it's not your card. And then it's kind of hard to get off the card, especially if you're using it. Okay, and how to block inquiries. If you have an account with the company, they can pull your credit whenever they feel like it. So you can block your credit by calling the credit bureaus and putting a block on your social. And you can release the block and put the block on, but you have to pay $10 each time. Some 10, 15, in between $10 and $20 to take the block off and put the block back on. Collection agencies can pull your credit. Your current creditors can pull your credit. And sometimes when you have an account with the company, they periodically pull your credit to see if they want to offer you new credit. So you need to make sure your credit score is good all the time because you never know who's looking. And you never know who wants to offer you what. Even insurance rates are affected by your credit score. So that's very important about your inquiries. You can block them with all 3 credit bureaus. And when you go to apply for credit, you ask what company you pull from. That way, you can remove the block off that one bureau. You don't have to go and remove them off all 3. When you're buying a home, you do have to remove them off all 3. Okay, know what your credit report looks like. And please know what your credit report looks like before you have anyone pull your credit. That is just so horrible that you will walk in and let someone pull your credit and you don't know what it looks like for credit. So you would look at your credit report to see if you would give yourself credit. Would you even give yourself credit with it looking like that? So this year is about building your score because credit is the new money right now. You're going to need credit to do a lot of things. You can have wisdom, you can have God, you can have your mom, you can have your dad, but you need a credit score. You need a good credit score to get the things that you want right now because sometimes money is just not enough. They want to know how you paid your next creditor. So please know what your credit report looks like before you allow someone to pull your credit. Well, how do I do that? Pull your own credit report and see what it looks like. See how many accounts are in the negative section versus how many accounts are in the good section. See if you can convert some of those accounts because that's what I do. I try to convert the negative accounts into good accounts, which will give you more accounts with more history will give you the score. It's a numbers game and you have to think like the computer. For instance, when a company disputes a credit report, a credit account, that account is no longer graded by the system. So you will probably get a lot of calls saying, hey, my score dropped. But if your score dropped, it's only because your credit report is being worked and that account is no longer being graded. A dispute means take me from the grading system. I'm not ready. This is not right. This balance is not correct. But when it comes out, if that balance is high, your score is going to drop back down. For instance, if I have a repossession and I'm working on it, trying to verify the accuracy of it, that account is going to be disputed, which means it's going to be suppressed from being graded. But when it comes back out, you're going to lose those points again because now it's being graded again. So please understand when you're going through the credit repair process that your score is going to go up and down because we're constantly moving things around. Thank you for your heart, guys. Thank you for the hearts. And did you know that it's money in your credit reports? No, I bet you didn't know there's money in your credit reports. I find money in credit reports. Did you know that if creditors fail to report your account as being disputed, that's like $1,000, and they pay out of court. As soon as you catch them, they will send that money in the mail, and you will not have to go to court. You just have to catch them in the violation. For instance, if an account is getting ready to be sold to a debt buyer, and you dispute it, and if they put it in dispute, the account can't be sold, so they can't sue you. So they can't sue you. So, for instance, if you know you have a repossession and another company's been collecting you saying that they purchased the account, their account is in their office, you need to put it in dispute, because when it's in dispute, they can't sell it and the company can't sue you. But if they fail to put it in dispute, sometimes companies do because they know they're getting ready to sell it. You can sue them for $1,000. $1,000 easy. Credit bureaus, if they refuse to correct information after being provided proof. Midland Funding agreed to remove an account that's still reporting. What do I do? You sue. I'm not an attorney, but I'm telling you, you have rights. That your credit report has rights, and you have rights. But if you notify them over and over again and they change it, what do you have to sue on? They know their rights. I mean, they know the laws. They know that you don't know. If they reinsert a removed item from your credit report without notifying you, that's additional $1,000. So a lot of you have accounts that falls off the credit report, and then you say, oh, that account came right back on my credit. No. It did not come back on your credit with the same company. It was sold. It was sold to another company. So therefore, that is a new account. And sometimes companies have 3 names. So if they don't collect it under IC Systems, then it's going to Jefferson. Then if it's not going to Jefferson, it's going to Midland Credit. So you got to know your creditors when you're in this industry, because they all are the same people. So you can spend so much time trying to find out who, what, when, and where. That's why you have to investigate these things before you start this business. It's not easy, and it takes a lot of work, but you got to know what you're doing. Let me see what else I want to give you guys. Oh, if they call you and say you have a case number, or they're going to sue you, or we're going to come to your job and serve you with papers, that's $1,000. But you so quick to hang up on the money. You so quick to hang up. Oh, they scared me. They're going to call me. They said they're going to pick me up on my job. Do you know the police don't call you when they want to pick you up? They don't call you. Who calling you? The police never called me and told me they were coming to get me. They don't call you. They don't tell you they're coming to your job to sue you. They don't do that. So don't believe it. If they call you, leave a message on your phone like that, and they say case number, remember, case numbers start with the year they're filed. The year they're filed. So if they're saying case number DC 192, you know that is a file number, and that's misrepresenting themselves. So you need to just make sure what you're doing when you're on the phone. Collection agencies. Well, a lot of times when debt collectors buy debt, they buy debt on CD. So they really sometimes don't have what you need to really verify if you owe it or not. So for the most part, if you ask for your billing statements and whatnot, they don't send it to you, blase. You can have it removed from the credit report. But for the most part, you want to make sure they didn't report stuff to your credit report illegally. Everything goes on your credit report is yours in some way, shape, fashion. But everything on your credit report is not reported legally. That is what you need to be looking at. If this account was reported legally to my credit report, how do you know if it was reported legally? Did they send you something in the mail certified? They were supposed to. They cheat. They don't do it. But you don't know your rights. You just live in life, paying all this money for car interest rates, credit card rates. You have not a clue how to live this life pretty much with pennies. Spending, when you have a good credit score, you don't spend as much for things. You don't have to work as many hours anymore, because guess what? Your interest rate is low on everything. You have a 0% rate on your car, a 0% rate on your credit cards. You're not really paying that much for nothing when you have a high score. But the ones who have a low score, you're working triple time just to keep up. And I know it's frustrating, because it was frustrating for me when I had a low credit score. It was really frustrating.